I'm David Capablanca, a verified 7-figure trader. In this video, I'm going to go over a trade that made $4,000 profits in less than 30 minutes of live trading. Now that I got the profit figure out of the way, let's get straight into the education section for those of you who are serious about learning. To give you guys quick context of what kind of market I was trading, we just had a very hot stock market following a positive US-China trade negotiation update. During the pre-market, we saw multiple small cap runners that gapped up over 200%, with the highest being over 600%. The theme of the day for small cap stocks was crypto. Many small cap stocks were pumped due to various crypto-related catalysts. For example, the highest gapper of the day, KDLY, was pumped by a Bitcoin treasury announcement. Another 300% gapper, GRYP, was also a small cap stock pumped by Trump-affiliated Bitcoin company merger deal. But I avoided trading all of these hot stocks. I'm a fundamental and statistical trader. I only focus on trading the companies that pumped their stock with fake or unsubstantial news. If the company is recycling the same news that they have previously released, that's even better for me. As the theme of the day was crypto catalysts, I knew that I should avoid anything that was related to Bitcoin or Ethereum. The hype for these blue chip cryptos are more substantial than the meme coins. They could attract real demand for the stock, driving the stock price up and potentially squeezing the short bias traders. So I avoided all of these stocks and I only traded FRGT, pumped by news saying that the company is purchasing the Trump coin. The fact that it is related to a meme coin caught my attention, and I've been tracking the float and dilution history of this stock. Everything on the fundamentals of FRGT was telling me that this was an A setup for me. So I executed my pre-market plan, only took this easy trade, and called it a day in less than 30 minutes. In this tutorial, I'm sharing the step-by-step process of my bread and butter trading strategy. You're going to learn how I pick the highest probability setups and avoid trading the hot stocks, my quick fundamental analysis process, trade recap explaining my entries and exits, and the tools that I use to gain a real edge in trading. If you are ready to learn, give this video a free like, and you can save this tutorial on your YouTube to revisit it again. My process begins with checking the fundamentals of a stock, and most importantly, whether it has a history of pump and dumps. My edge as a trader is about understanding stock data and company financials. Because everyone can learn technical analysis, everyone knows support and resistance, but not many are willing to dive deep into the statistics, financials, and SEC filings. This method helps me identify the red flags and stay away from the stocks that are less likely going to favor my trading strategy. So I use Ask Edgar to streamline my fundamental research process because this tool has a really powerful AI that helps me save time. The key information that I need includes country, right here, the exchange. I need to know if it's a New York Stock Exchange stock or a NASDAQ stock or a New York Stock Exchange Amex, American Exchange stock, because the Amex, aka the Scamex, I gotta know if it's in that exchange because the stocks behave differently. And it has the industry. I need to know the industry. And these things are really nice to know. I like the way they put it here with a nice graphic, you know? So this is really good stuff to know. We gotta know the float. And as you can see here, this is like it's double checked. They double checked everything. And then the key information also, I need to know the dilution. And it has it right there. And I could see this. And right here, overall risk of an offering is low. Okay, so for FRGT, what I quickly do as part of my process now with Ask Edgar, I'll go in and skim through the first this tab in the center of the front page of the stock. You get to see the dilution. Say it's high, cash need is high. You see the 3 red bars right there. Really nice to see, really clear. Cash need right here, cash per share. Okay, so that I'm making any money. The country, I need to see this, and I like the way they have a flag right there. It's like you don't even need to read it. Boom, there's a clean visual right away. Boom, right there. And the exchange, as we mentioned, sectors technology. I like to see the filings. I look at the dates of the filings. So as you can see here, usually I'll have this on my wider screen. Yeah, you go through it. So that's what I like to go to the dilution section and skim through this. You can see red. Yeah, so it's like I get to see if they're registered or not registered. So I'm going through this really quickly. So also with Ask Edgar, you can ask questions. You can summarize it. So it's really quick, and yeah, it's very well designed, and it's taking into consideration what we need as traders, and like on the fly, like immediately, and with the visuals, with everything. Now with all that information, I can form an initial trade thesis for FRGT based on the fundamental information. During pre-market, my trade thesis was FRGT is on a round 2 pump and dump. The catalyst this time is fluff, and I will be targeting a short entry as soon as I see signs of institutional owners dumping the stock. Next, let me show you a new method to further increase your win rate using flash research. I haven't seen many traders who know about this tool, so if you are watching this now, you can really gain an edge before everyone else discovers it. I mainly use flash research to see if there's any trends in the way small cap gappers have been trading. Let me show you how I did it on flash research. Okay, so over here with flash research, you go straight to the page of the ticker using the ticker analysis tool section. And yeah, right here you can clearly see in the aftermath of these gappers, you know, just straight down. So really quickly you can see the number of gaps. You can see the average pre-market volume for those gaps. And I like to see this, the history of gap days. And you can see right here. So right here, you can see on May 2nd, it gapped up 200% gap in the pre-market. And it finished the day 33% red, 38% gap, and it finished 26% red. So, and it gives you the day 2 stats also. So the day 2 stats are pretty, very, very good as well. So you get if you want to hold it overnight, this is part of the statistics for the gaps. I like to know also, for example, you can see the float right here. You can see the information you need for the stock. You know, speed is the name of the game with small caps. These things move fast. As an experienced trader, now I can do all my analysis really quickly in the morning within 30 to 45 minutes, and I know what I'm going to be doing. I only recommend the trading tools that I actually find useful in my own process. If you want to try them out, I have all of my trading tools, including Ask Edgar and Flash Research, linked in the description of my videos. You can use my links to get special discounts, but the focus should be how you can gain an edge by using these tools. Now here's a recap on how I executed my trades on FRGT. This is my charting tool, Thinkorswim. As you can see, I track the history of stock floats and my key levels on my charts. I like the charting features here, but this is not my broker. In my previous trading tutorials, many people ask how come they don't have shares to borrow when they want to short a small cap stock like the way I do. To become an efficient short seller, you don't want to miss your A+ setup just because your broker doesn't have locates for you. I use Cobra Trading as my day trading broker. It's a low commission broker with the best order execution speed that I've seen. The best thing about Cobra is their inventory for short sellers to find hard to borrow stocks. I've never really had any issues finding shares to short using Cobra, and I love their special REV25 limit order route that gives rebates on my trading commissions. This helps me focus on trading itself without worrying about fees or finding shares to borrow. If you are ready to take trading to the next level, you can switch to Cobra Trading using my exclusive link in the description. You will get free access to all my other trading tools, including Ask Edgar, Trade Ideas, and Dilution Tracker. Now let's start from the daily chart of FRGT. As you can see on the daily chart of FRGT, it's been nothing but downward trend and stagnant and just going lower and lower. Pennies on the dollar. Up until recently, they had a big spike on the Trump token news and a secondary spike on the Trump token news. So one thing you can see, like it used to be a 5 million float stock and then it went lower. So they've done some reverse splits, because when I track the floats, this is 5.5 million, and then recently you see 2.2. So they've done a reverse split. So that tells me a lot right there. Well, from the last time, maybe the SEC filings haven't been updated for the new float, but it's probably a bigger float now because they had an ATM, and I imagine the ATM, like when I see a fade like this is like a possible dilution. So recently we had stocks like CEP with crypto news, KIDZ actually released some. It went super wild, and now of course they're coming back down. But by the way, I didn't touch it this day because I trade the regular hours and I don't chase weakness like that. And you know, it was ideal, but the crypto news, I was like, you know what, let me stay away from it for now. But this day, I was like, okay, this is more of a bounce short. And for me, yeah, they also, you know, it's like this is a rehashed news in a way, the way I'm interpreting it, because it's like they're buying more Trump tokens. You know what I mean? So like, you know, with Bitcoin and crypto, I see it like 1999 boom and bust. FRGT was not that. FRGT was the Trump token. So Trump token, you know, it revealed its true colors here when they just dumped into it. So when it has this spike over here, I'm like, okay, this is just almost like regurgitated news. And it's if it didn't spike here to an infinity squeeze, it's not gonna do it here, an infinity squeeze. However, I did know they had a pipe done recently, a private offering for $3. I was like, maybe that's their target number, or because that's where they got it to last time. So on this day where I traded it, I was looking to take profits in the morning. So I shorted on the spike in the morning. I wasn't full size. I was looking to see if it broke the pre-market highs, it could just run all day, or it can hold. It's just not a good area at this moment in the market. A lot of runners continuing when they break the pre-market highs. And yeah, I actually, I happened to be in it half size. I was holding to see if it would squeeze more, and it just straight up dumped. And when it dumps that hard, I take profits. I'm always covering proactively on dump candles, and I like to use the 5-minute candles. If I get a long candle like that, I'm dumping. I look to see if there was news of an offering, because when you get a candle like that, that's usually like some bad news or an offering or something, especially when not that much volume. It didn't have that much volume traded this day, and I decided to cover. I'm not the type to hold it all day long, because yeah, it's just not the way I trade, especially intraday. I like to be flat at the end of the day. So that was good enough for me, and I just took my profits off the nice flush. Overall, this was a relatively simple trade for me, considering my current level of experience in trading. I didn't have to stay too long in this trade because the move happened pretty smoothly, just as I expected according to my trade planning. Also, think about the overall market sentiment. The large cap stocks and the major indices were bullish on this day, and we have many other crazy small cap runners. As a short seller, I don't want to be trapped in the bullish momentum. So knowing how to find the simple, high probability setup that fits my strategy criteria was key to this profitable trading day. If you want to see more tutorials like this, please let me know in the comment section. You can comment strategy if you want to learn more about small cap trading strategies, or comment execution if I could share more about how I read the price action, how I look for my stock entries, and how I manage the trade during the live market action. I'm always looking forward to reading your comments and feedback. Don't forget to like this video, and you can click this video over here to learn more about my scalping strategy.